interviews.
This ain't that type of podcast,
Well,
sir.
I'm just saying shit. I said we went an hour last time. I want to make sure my energy level is right. We're probably gonna be down here for a minute discussing stuff.
All right.
Oh man, you ain't got anything. You doing it, man. You got the theme music, you got the new signs and the artwork.
What's going on, everybody? This is Daylon Morrow. I'm back again with another episode of the Mind of Filmmaker podcast. And we got a podcast alumni in the room today. We got my homeboy, almost like a big brother.
Well, does one episode count as being alumni, or?
I mean, if you've been on here before, you are an alumni to me.
Okay. I mean, I'll take it, but I just want to, get maybe 2 or 3 more episodes in first. Yeah, maybe all 2 or 3.
He's been on this show before. My homeboy Marcus. How you doing, sir?
I'm excellent. How about you, sir?
I'm good.
Good.
So, how long ago was that you was on here?
I mean, too long, but maybe a year.
Yeah, it's about a year, because I'm like, you were probably like one of the first 5, I think, maybe.
I was gonna say I was gonna look at the other episode on YouTube real quick, because I know it's a date on there. I know I'm subscribed to the channel.
Yeah, and I'm trying to be I'm trying to be more consistent with the show, you guys. So stick with me.
I mean, it's all good. Man, where am I at on here? Well, because I went to Mind with Filmmaker channel. But this
so
one,
you said the red button, right?
Well, I would say this is one I'm not subscribed to for some reason. Did you start another one?
No, I think I have 2 of them. I have like the podcast one, and then I have
just the Mind with Filmmaker.
Oh, hold on. Wait. Hold on.
Well, you also got this other channel, the Iconic Mind Network.
That's it. That's the one that you're on.
Okay.
That's it.
Yeah, I'm scrolling back now. Yeah, it says 1 year ago.
Yeah, so it's been a year since you've been on the show.
Yeah.
All right, so first, why didn't you say you was going to the 50 Cent concert, sir?
Say what?
You ain't tell me that you was going to the 50
Cent. I made a Facebook post. I said, who wants to go? Because I can buy tickets. I posted maybe maybe a month before it came up.
Oh, okay, because I'm like, we was at the same show.
Yeah, I did put it out there that I was going.
What was it? You was in the grass, weren't you?
Oh no, I was like in the. So it's like there's the pit, then there's the section behind that, and then there's the third section behind that, and then there's the grass. I was in that third section before.
The grass.
Yeah, cool. Because the first there's, like I said, the pit, then that section, then there's that big kind of like sidewalk walkway that you go through. So
yeah.
I was right after there in the front row of that section.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm like, I was there too. I saw 2 other friends of mine.
Okay.
There.
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm surprised I didn't bump into you, because I was like everywhere moving around and stuff.
Yeah.
And
I mean, I did get there kind of late. Like by the time I got there, and like got a couple beers and actually got to my seat. Yeah. Like, Jeremiah was already gone, like, because he only played for like half an hour.
Yeah, so I'm like, my mom, it was me, my aunt, my mom, and all my aunts and my mom.
You went to the 50 Cent concert, your mom and your aunt?
Yeah.
Okay.
Those are the people I usually go with, unless like I plan stuff out. I'll probably, if you would have said, if I would have saw that post,
yeah,
I probably would have went with you.
I mean, that's fine. That's cool. You went with your mom and your aunts, but at the same time, that's like,
it's kind of weird though.
Yeah, like, I mean, cause you up with your mom talking about, nigga, use a window, shit like that.
And that's the thing. I was like that, literally, like I was bobbing back and forth. I was in my whole world.
Right.
Like,
You probably looking at your mom like,
Get up!
Like, damn, she's singing the lyrics too. Like, you a shooter, and you.
Well, she wasn't even singing it. She was just, her and my aunts and them, they was really just vibing to the song because they know who 50 Cent is.
Right.
But I don't think they never really played like 50 Cent music like that, like
right.
word for word, bar for bar.
Right.
But me, on the other hand, like I would blast 50 Cent, like.
Right.
And so I was up there just
man,
acting like I was 50 for a second.
When with your moms and your aunts to see 50 Cent, right? I mean, props to it. That's different, but hey, props to it. I mean,
they are the ones that I go out with.
I mean, that's cool. But I mean, I'm just saying, like, my dad said me, so he ain't going with me no 50 Cent concert. You know, he trying to go see Earth, Wind, and Fire. Yeah, like, you know what I'm saying? After the love is gone. You know what I'm saying? That's his vibe. You know what I'm saying? If Barry White and Isaac Hayes were still alive, you know what I'm saying? That's what he'd be on.
What was your first concert specifically?
Well, I will say the first concert I do remember going to. I want to say it was like 2011, 2012.
By yourself or just in
No, I went with somebody that I knew from work. It was at the Aeronaut Center. It was Keisha Cole, The Dream, and who was it? Ooh, I know it was like 3 or 4 people. I can't remember, but I do remember it was Keisha Cole and The Dream were the
headliners.
Yeah, they were the headliners.
Okay, because I'm like, my very first concert was Kanye. It was that Glow in the Dark concert, the Glow in the Dark tour.
Okay.
For Kanye, and like,
I actually want to say it might have been before 2012 because this was before I had Facebook and before everybody took their cameras out and
and took the video.
Yeah. So that was like maybe be more accurate, maybe 2008, 2007. So it's probably been that long since I.
And that was that Keisha Cole concert.
Yeah. Okay. Because I remember when they announced her for the music festival last year. I was hyped and wanted to go because that was the first time she had been in Cincinnati since I saw her that last concert. Okay. So, and if I remember correctly, she headlined Friday. I think it was she was the headliner Friday, and Janet was the headliner Saturday, if I recall.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cause I'm like, so my very first concert was the Glow in the Dark tour for Kanye West. That was around the time of graduation. Yeah, graduation.
Okay.
It was graduation. I forget, Food and Liquor.
Okay.
It was Lupe Fiasco.
Okay.
And then it was whatever Lupe Fiasco, not Lupe, but NERD had. So I think I forget the album, but it was all of them all together, and I'm like, I fanned out right at my first concert. I fanned out, and then after that, it's a big gap, and then it was the last concert I think DMX had, that tour that he just had, I think last year, if not the year before.
Yeah.
I think it was right before he died, like that same year that he died.
Yeah, I was sorry about that because there was he came through here for a concert like a year or two before he passed, and I missed it. So the only time I ever got to see X live was when he was a special guest for the Bad Boy tour when they came here.
I didn't know that they came here.
Yeah, when Diddy finally managed to get everybody back together and they did that.
Can't Stop, Won't Stop.
Yeah, they did that. That was when I told you, me and my dude, we won the tickets through the Wiz.
Oh yeah.
And we were supposed to do the meet and greet with him, and he was like 2 hours late. We all in the skybox sweating like crazy, and he just waltzed in, like nothing's wrong.
Like dancing.
Yeah, we done sweated through our clothes.
Yeah.
And then we were mad. He was already 2 hours late. We were mad because everybody was supposed to get an individual picture with him. And then since he was already running late and had to go do the concert, they just rushed everybody and like just made everybody take one. So I got
big.
Yeah, so instead of just me and my homeboy, like I got like this big group photo with Diddy with hella strangers I don't even know. Like we've been sweating for 2 hours in the skybox.
Where was that at? Where was the big?
It was at they call it Heritage Bank now, but it was a U.S. Bank Arena. Yeah.
So with this whole 50 Cent concert, you guys, he made it seem it was called the
Final Lap.
Final Lap.
Well, everybody keeps saying this is like his retirement tour.
I mean, I guess I see why he's doing it. He's at the age now where usually hip hop artists do retire and like go off and do something else.
Well, it's not. Well, he don't need the money either. I mean, he's doing Power and like
exactly,
and like all 10 of his spin-offs and
it's only 4.
Right. Well, I mean, it seems like they come out with a new one every time. You're talking about looking around. I mean, because you got Power, then you got Power Ghost, and
Raising Kanan, and then what's the Tommy one? Force.
Right.
Which I'm watching all of them.
Right. That's what I'm saying. And like, when's the last time 50 put an album out like that? Animal Ambition, and it wasn't that great.
What was that last album? Oh yeah, that was.
Yeah, because I remember the first time I listened to it, I'm like, there's no cuts on this album. Like I listened to it front and back, and like, not a single song stood out to me.
Let me see, because I'm like, I know it was at least one.
None of them stood out. Like I mean, I gave it a second chance recently, just because I was driving to. What was I driving? Oh, matter of fact, when I went to go see the Alice Cooper concert, for some reason I'm listening to 50 Cent on the way to see Alice Cooper, but yeah, I listened to it again and just nothing stood out to me.
Ambition. No, it was the Before I Self-Destruct that I was messing with.
Yeah, that was his last good album, and even then that was kind of iffy.
Okay, yeah, that I don't remember none.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
I'm like, I don't remember none of these songs.
You looking at the track list now, and you just like, yeah, I don't.
Oh no.
Right.
But it's like, everybody has their day.
I mean, Snoop.
I forgot how many hits 50 had though, for real.
Yeah.
Because that whole show, I was like,
I mean, don't get me wrong. Between Get Rich or Die Trying, The Massacre, yeah, like I said, his first 4 albums, like they all got hits. Even the Get Rich or Die Trying soundtrack for the movie, that had hits on it.
Yeah.
So
I was bobbing my head.
Yeah, the very first album, Get Rich or Die Trying, that was nothing but hits from start to finish. His Power of the Dollar mixtape, hits.
The very first song I remember I heard as a kid was Wangster.
Right.
Only because I remember that was on the 8 Mile soundtrack.
Right.
And so I'm like, I wouldn't say I was a big fan. I just knew who he was after that.
Right.
But then after Wangster, it was, I feel like,
I want to say that and the song he did with Eminem and D12 on that same soundtrack. This rap game.
Oh yeah. And so then, like, I feel like that after Wangster came out with the soundtrack, then I think that's when I started to hear more and more of Get Rich or Die Trying.
Right.
And so then,
because they played in the club, on the radio for like every day for like 2 years straight, damn near.
And then that was that whole 2003 on.
Right.
That was the era of 50 Cent.
Right.
And that's what they always talk about in the hip hop podcasts and everything.
Right.
And so,
because he pretty much came out swinging. He was dissing everybody,
taking shots at everybody.
That's just like when he did on this mixtape, Holler Rob. That was the song that got him shot because he was talking about everybody. He dissed DMX. He dissed Run DMC. Like he dissed everybody on that song.
But J Master J was his homeboy. Why was he taking shots at?
I think he was just trying to get his name out there.
Okay, that doesn't sound right, but okay. The one thing that surprised me when I was at the concert was how mixed of a crowd 50 Cent had. I honestly thought that 50 Cent only had black like a black audience.
Oh no, white people love 50 Cent.
But then I realized that he got signed by Eminem,
Right.
who brought in that crossover crowd for him specifically.
Right.
And so I'm like, okay.
Yeah, once you associate with Eminem, like you've reached a white demographic automatically.
He said that in the club, didn't he? When you get signed to Eminem, all you what did he say?
I forget what the line was.
He said something like,
I forget what the line was, but I do remember on the Patiently Waiting song, he was all like, "You know, you're my favorite white boy for this, right?" Yeah, I do remember you saying that.
Yeah. And so then I was listening to a podcast. What is it? My personal opinion with Matt Hoffa.
Okay.
And he had Benzino on, and Benzino was like going on like a rampage about Eminem and how he was talking about their beef that they had back in the day.
Okay.
And how he felt like he had white privilege in the hip hop game. I mean, okay, so look, I know it's a lot of people out there that.
So I will say, so I didn't watch it. I heard about it because I'll see a lot of articles about stuff like that in my news feed, or it'll pop up on my
TikTok,
my YouTube feed. Well, I'm too old for TikTok. But
how old are you?
Huh?
How old are you?
I'm 37. So I mean, I guess I could be on there like watching stuff, but I mean,
you ain't doing the dances.
No, yeah, I'm not doing no dances. Like maybe if I had like 2 or 3 kids or some nieces and nephews that were a little on the young. I mean, I do, but yeah, man, like hell, the other day I just popped my knee just by standing up, so I'm not doing no.
You that old?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like I was at Quaker Steak the other day with my boy, and I had a few beers, went to go get up and use the bathroom. I heard a pop. I'm thinking like, no, I didn't just pop my knee getting up from the stool. And
you just popped it. You ain't like, you couldn't like stand. You could stand on it.
I can stand on it, but I mean it hurts a little bit. But
okay. I'm like, you can't be that old now.
I'm
out for the game.
I mean, I'm getting in there. Pretty soon I'll be tearing my ACL. While cutting the grass. Like,
don't make yourself seem older than you actually are.
I mean,
bro.
I'm just saying, I'm getting close to 40. It's only a matter of time.
I'm about to turn 28 2 months from now.
So you can still fall off a 4-story ladder and just get up and walk away like nothing wrong. Like, me, I'm going to urgent care because I didn't rupture the disc. Like it's like my time.
Back.
Yeah, like
my neck in my back.
Yeah, like my time is coming up.
Nah.
Yeah, man. Nah. But back to that. So, like, what is? Did he elaborate what that meant? Like, what is white privilege in hip hop? Because hip hop is predominantly black.
Right. So
and it's not like Eminem is. He's not a bad rapper. I mean, his lyricism. I mean, yeah, granted, when he first came in, you know what I'm saying, he was rapping about shit that obviously us black people can't relate to.
Yeah.
Yeah, talking about killing his mom and his girlfriend. I mean, it was funny. It was different.
It was more shock value than actually bars.
Yeah, he was. Yeah, when he first came in, he was a shock rapper. So, but I mean, I think he's more by now improved that he's actually good at rapping. Like he's actually good at putting a rhyme together, his bars. So, what is his white privilege? I mean, he was signed by Dre.
And that's what they brought up. That's what Matt Hoffa said. He was brought into the game by a black man. So I'm like,
right, black man that had the resume and pull that spoke for itself.
Exactly. So I'm like, he just went on this whole tangent. I'm gonna send you the link after this.
Okay.
Over. And so I'm like,
no, I was just gonna say, if I were to say there's a rapper that used their white privilege, it would probably be like a Post Malone or a Jack Harlow. Which, I mean, don't get me wrong, I like Jack Harlow, but nothing about Jack stands out to me as far as
he's gonna last long.
Right.
And that's that was my next thing. I'm like, we've had a handful of white rappers over the last 2 decades. I'm 28, And within my whole life, I can say we've probably had like 5, maybe more, that probably had some success, but they like died off either the next 5 years after they came out. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, Vanilla Ice, you can name like hit like his 3 songs and that's it. Like
Vanilla Ice, Asher Raw.
Damn, I forgot about him.
See?
I forgot about Macklemore.
Like hip hop success, like he's known in the hip hop world and the pop world both.
Right.
It's a handful of white rappers that.
But I would say as far as staying power is probably just
Eminem.
And well, he'd probably be number 1. Number 2 would probably be
MGK, maybe.
I was gonna say that maybe the Beastie Boys, because
I mean, Beastie Boys was brought on. The Beastie Boys walk. How they say it? They walk so he can run. Yeah, so they did that.
Right.
Eminem.
Right.
Because they came in through Russell Simmons.
Yeah.
And so he was already in. Welcome to the barbecue.
Right.
And so then Eminem, he came in through Dre.
And that's the same thing. If you being brought in by Russell Simmons and Dr. Dre,
you good.
Yeah, like what white privilege is there? These are people that are co-signing for you, that have the legitimacy in hip hop to say, hey, like these guys are legit.
They're good.
Right.
They're gonna last long.
Right. Or even not last, but they're gonna make some money. They're gonna have the hits.
Everybody has their good days, bad days.
Because certainly John B didn't have no white privilege when he came into the R&B game, because people actively blocked his music. Because if you go back and look, like if you like the documentary that came out a while back, like he even said a lot of black radio stations, which shocked me because I know there's not that many, but they say like black radio stations wouldn't play his music because he was white.
He sounds black though, so it's like
right. I remember the first time I heard his music, I was like, "Oh man, this brother can sing." Then I saw I saw the one music video that for the song he did with Pop. Are you still down? Yeah, I'm like, oh shit, that's a white dude. Like, damn, he
light skinned.
Yeah, and that's why I did think too. I thought maybe he's mixed, but then I was like, oh no, he's white, like, cause there's some brothers that like when they're light skinned, they're like
the bars. If they look like the bars, they good.
Yeah, the bars, like those were some light skinned brothers. So
I'm like, if you look at John B, he could probably pass it at the bars, maybe.
Right. He could pass it like a nephew or something.
One of these sisters' kids.
Right.
What are you watching right now on TV, if anything?
So I'm actually behind on a lot of things. Like I said, well, I honestly I watch more movies than anything. I don't really watch
TV.
Yeah, just because I don't know if I don't have the attention span for it anymore to watch TV, or if it's just I prefer to get out of the house more. Like, cause I used to be kind of like really introverted as a kid. So now I'm all about getting out. To me, it's because I just don't like when people tell me like, I've been watched all 10 episodes of a show. I'm like, how? I'm like, how did you? Because like to me, like watching like Oppenheimer, like I can watch a 3-hour movie like Oppenheimer, but I can't watch it at home. I have to be somewhere, the theater, the drive-in, something. I can't sit at home and watch it because I'm gonna go nuts.
You'll be too comfortable.
Yeah, because because I'm sitting at home. I'll start playing on my phone, or I'll start doodling, or I'll start playing with the dog, something more. And then so I did all that. I did not pay attention to like 45 minutes of what didn't happen.
Yeah.
So when people tell me like, oh, you need to watch this show, and like, no, man, like I can't. I will say, the last thing that I watched on Netflix that really captivated me to where like it actually like grabbed my attention to where I had to sit down and watch it just to see what happened next was this show. It was an anime called Blood of Zeus. Yeah, because I mean I like anime as it is, and like for me, good anime that's geared towards adults. It's kind of hard to find because everybody is, One Punch Man or like it's either for kids and teens or, but no, Blood and Zeus like really captivated me because it was about because Zeus is kind of a man whore and he's always getting somebody pregnant. So it was one of his demigod sons that that he basically abandoned because Zeus can't keep cheating on Hera because every time he does she gets mad. So and it's got like demons and the Titans. Like it's just like I was watching, I'm just like, man, like I'm just was captivated. But that was about maybe 4 or 5 months ago since I watched that, and that's probably the last thing that really caught my attention to where like I had to see where the story went next. But there was this one movie that just dropped on Netflix. It got John Cena and Jackie Chan in it, of all people. So that's what I said. That's a hell of a buddy cop movie. So I do.
Is it a buddy cop movie? I think I seen something about that.
I think they're mercenaries or something. Okay. But I mean, I'll watch anything with Jackie Chan in it because I mean that guy's like my idol, and like for him to be the age that he is, still moving, still moving, still doing his own right, breaking his own foot and all. Like man, like that is my guy. Him and Jet Li, like those are my guys. Now I will say like of all the people that I probably have met as far as like actors and celebrities, like Jackie Chan's probably like the one where I would probably like be too nervous to say anything because I mean like it's
Jackie Chan.
Yeah, like it's Jackie Chan. Like damn, him and Jet Li. Like I'd be afraid. Like I say one thing to Jet Li, he might whoop my ass. You know what I'm saying? Like
chop you in the throat.
Or Roundhouse kick me or something. And then like I just ain't got nothing after that. Like
you just getting up wobbly.
Yeah, I'm just getting up wobbly.
In the face.
Yeah, like and I probably wouldn't be upset with it. I'd be like, damn, like. I'll
spit out blood on the ground.
If anything, I'd probably consider that an honor. Like, damn, I just got the shit kicked out of me by Jet Li. Like I ain't never gonna forget this. Like, I wouldn't even press a lawsuit or nothing. I'd be like, man, y'all ain't worth a damn. Like, I got kicked by Jet Li. Y'all,
y'all just watched me.
Yeah, like y'all just watched me. Like y'all ain't man enough to take that kick. I took it though.
I'm alive and still.
Yeah, like I'm alive to talk about it. Like. I just hope somebody get it on video just so I can just, years later.
Play it on loop.
Yeah, like, just bring it out once in a while and they be like, did you ever sue him for that? Like, nah, for
that's
what?
Jackie Chan.
Yeah, that's Jackie Chan. What the fuck?
I would do the same thing for Timac.
I mean, I'm cool with it. Like, damn, I got beat up by Bruce Leroy. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I just hope I got a pair of Converse on, like, when you
kiss my
it.
Converse.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Hey, matter of fact, I will dress up like Sho'nuff just to get beat up by Timac.
He's still alive, ain't he?
Sho'nuff?
Yeah.
No.
No, yeah, Sho'nuff is dead. I'm talking about...
yeah, Timac is still alive.
Okay, that's what I was thinking. I'm like...
Yeah.
So the last show that I just watched was Painkiller.
Okay.
So
Where'd you watch that on?
It was on Netflix.
Okay.
So the thing about this specific show, it's about the opioid crisis, like the whole opioid.
Yeah.
And so Hulu did a same thing, the same topic. It was just called Dope Sick. And
I think I did see a commercial for that.
And so I was kind of skeptical about this project specifically because I'm like, they just did Dope Sick, so what is going to be the difference?
Right.
And I think in this specific one, Painkiller, they made the comparison to the crack era, to the opioid era.
Okay.
And I'm like, that's pretty accurate. Like the way this opioid stuff is going, it's just as crazy as like the crack era. So
Right.
it's like that's the biggest connection that I've.
I
That's what I was saying when I saw Dope Sick. So I'm glad that they see that same connection too.
right.
It's just it's like really weird. It traumatized me a little bit because I'm like just seeing how like the pharmacist.
Now, was this a documentary or was it?
Oh, this was like a
dramatic series.
Yeah, it was like a dramatic series, but the topic was
Right.
legit.
Okay.
I think it's just I would like when I saw Dope Sick, I'm like, so y'all telling me that the pharmaceutical companies and stuff are the same thing as the dope dealers that we see on the street? It's just that stuff is legal.
Well, I'm saying one's just legal and one isn't. That's really the only difference in the demographic that it affects.
You think it's not towards us, like the opioids and stuff?
Well, what I mean by that is, like Dave Chappelle said, like when the crack epidemic hit, it was mostly black communities.
Yeah.
And they criminalized it more. They kind of criminalized it a little bit with the opioid crisis, but they want more sympathy for the because I mean, if you back then, like, you smoke crack, you were just a piece of garbage criminal with no redeeming qualities. Now it's opioid crisis. It's where the mentality is more like, what can we do to help these people? What?
But they didn't do that for
No
people.
No, not at all.
All right, to lighten the mood. What was so yeah, we're gonna try to do
Dope Sick. Who was in the who's in it? The shows you watched on Netflix.
I forget the girl's name, but she was Crazy Eyes from Orange is the New Black.
Okay.
She was she was like the she wasn't even necessarily an officer. She was just a person that was making like an article on this whole opioid crisis and Purdue Pharma and how they were doing some underhanded, stuff.
Okay.
In their company, and just check it out if you feel like you are up for a depressing story. Check it out. If not,
I'm into horror movies, obviously. So I mean, most of those are depressing than not. So I'll check it out. You said it's on Netflix.
It's on Netflix.
What's it called?
Painkiller.
Painkiller. Okay.
It's like in both the Dope Sick and the Painkiller, it was always Purdue Pharma, the person that was trying to snoop around and expose Purdue Pharma.
Okay.
And then it was always the salesman.
Okay.
So somebody within, I guess, the selling crew of Purdue Pharma who saw the money that they made and all the perks of working with Purdue Pharma on the compensation side, but then somehow, some way, they snap into reality and seeing that Purdue Pharma was a underhanded, dirty company.
I'll check it out. See, that's the thing. See, mostly for Netflix anymore, I use it for their documentaries. I think their documentaries are top notch.
One of my,
I'm a big documentary head, so
I think it depends on the topic for me specifically.
Okay.
Like, I just watched, it was the Undisputed, like that Undisputed. I think they had who shot
Malcolm X.
I
watched that one. Now that one,
Sam Cooke.
I did binge watch that one in a day.
Yeah, I watched Sam Cooke's
the two deaths of Sam Cooke, I think it's called.
Yeah, that one. And then I think they just did another one.
Well, the last documentary I watched, it was a pretty good one. It was only like 3 episodes, I think. Was that flight that went to Malaysia that disappeared and they never really found
the plane. Yeah,
they just found like pieces of it.
Yeah,
I forget what the exact name of it, but it was about that because that happened back in like 2002, 2003. Where they were talking about how the plane was like they were able to track the plane, and then somebody just turned like the black box off and like the pilot and everything, and like they spent like a couple years trying to find the plane, and then they just found pieces of it, and they think the Malaysian government kind of covered it up.
But it's like a plane. It's not like it's not a person.
It was a commercial plane too, full of passengers.
Oh, okay.
And they never found out like what exactly, even to this day, like what exactly were the circumstances of it disappearing, crashing into the ocean.
So my mind just went blank.
Damn, man, we live, man. Your mind going blank. Damn. Well, I mean, it's better. It's kind of better this way, not going for script. We just
talking.
We're just shooting from the hip.
Yep.
Which I kind of prefer this way anyway.
Yeah. You know about the strike that's going on, right?
Oh yeah, of course.
Okay. So I saw on Facebook that
that actually kind of affected the.
It's like a whole bunch of movies and TV shows that it affected.
Yeah, I'm not looking forward to that at all.
I got people like my godmother, Shamika, she's an actress, and so she's affected by it because she was on well, every actor is affected by it. It's just depending on, I guess, what your checks are looking like.
Right.
She was on P-Valley.
Okay.
She was Farrah.
Okay.
And so that whole cast, the Power cast, all of them, all are affected by it. And so it's like that's why all of these shows that was supposed to come out now got pushed back. And
when they were, and it's funny too. This is what kills me. So I was reading this thing the other day where they said that even before the strike, all the major studios like combined have lost like $30 billion in the streaming wars. Like,
why is that?
Like NBC alone has lost like $3 billion on Peacock. I think just because people just aren't. I mean, just living day to day is already expensive enough as it is. Now, this streaming place, they want $12.99 a month. They want $19.99 a month, depending on.
I guess pick up the call. The
it adds up after a while. Like to me, the streaming wars are no different than when cable first came out, and you had to buy all the different cable. Yeah. Well, just the channels. And if you wanted the sports package and this, that, and the third, you had to pay.
We're still doing that though now.
That's what I'm saying. So you're doing that now on top of you paying extra for streaming.
Streaming, yeah.
And then like with Netflix, so you got the basic Netflix plan, but that's with commercials, or you can buy, the or you get the subscription without the commercials, or you get the other option where it's like 4K and all that. So if that's just Netflix, so then add in Hulu, Amazon Prime, Disney Plus, Paramount Plus, BET Plus. You understand what I'm saying?
Everybody got streaming services to make up for I guess the TV loss.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. After a while, that adds up. That's why I said if they all, and I know they're all competitors, but if they all got together, give me like 6 or 7 different services for one premium price a month, I'd be fine with that. But I'm not going, and I know some people that do this too, but I'm not going to take out a credit card that's just strictly for, all my different streamings. I'm just not going to do that. Then not to mention, if I want to, God forbid, if I want to buy a UFC pay-per-view, that's another anywhere from $50 to $99, so come on. I just can't do it. Now, maybe if I was making like $600K a year, then I wouldn't even be having this I wouldn't even think this way, but you know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Everybody trying to eat.
Everybody trying to eat. Everybody trying to, wipe their behind. Like it's.
You don't have to take it that far.
Well, I'm just saying, like, it's almost like entertainment is. It's almost like healthcare now. It's like an expensive. I don't know if I want to use privilege as a word, but it's like a extra expensive luxury now.
It's a luxury.
Yeah.
Well, that's the thing. I used to work at Spectrum, and every time, you know, I'll be in a meeting with, you know, my boss or whatever, and I'll complain to them. Yeah, they cuss me out because they going off about not being able to pay the bill, and that's the thing that they would say. They would say, cable is a luxury, not a need.
Right.
And so I'm like, okay. But now I'm at the point where I want to disconnect.
No, I'm just saying that, and that's my point. So if that's their mentality of Spectrum, you have to almost assume that that's the mentality of Paramount and, you know, Viacom and whoever and all the other.
Then they'll be losing customers, though. That's the thing. I feel like all these companies want to keep their customers,
right,
somehow, some way,
right,
and so they'll do whatever, but you know, sacrifice, I guess.
right.
All right, so enough on that. So for the unsigned hype section of the podcast,
Okay.
I am going to play a track that.
Well, before we get to that, so you mentioned about not knowing going. Are you going to 50?
Yeah.
Are you going to see Wu-Tang Clan?
When is that?
Man, how you ain't know about that?
No, I knew that they were doing something, but that was like
Yeah, they are.
at least like 4 months ago.
Yeah, they are going. They're on tour right now, and they will be in Columbus, October 4th. It's Wu-Tang, Nas, and De La Soul. They're going to be in Columbus. And then literally the week after that, like I think, and that's on Wednesday, and I think that following Tuesday, Drake is going to be in Columbus.
I could pass on Drake.
Why is that?
I mean, Drake is Drake.
I mean, like we just said about 50 having hits, like Drake has like hits from what was his first album? Well, even before the first album, hell, the mixtape.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But does he ever play those? Does he ever play those at concerts though?
I mean, it's Drake. He gonna be playing. So I mean, Drake can, you know, he can play by himself for 4 hours and it'll just be hit after hit after hit after hit.
I saw he had bras. You know, he was getting bras thrown up on the stage and had a big girl's bra.
You talking about they throwing their drawers up on stage?
It was a bra. They were throwing bras up.
Yeah, I saw that. I mean, what's wrong with that? I mean, big girls wear bras too. I mean, I don't think that was a real person's bra anyway. It probably wasn't, but
that was like a gag. That was a gag.
Well, I think it's kind of turned into a gimmick now ever since the one incident where they really were throwing their bras up on stage. So
and he had one concert where he said, "Keep the bras on because my kid is."
Yeah, I did see that. But yeah, I'm trying to go to the Wu-Tang concert for sure. So if you want to hit that up, I need to put my request in for that here in a couple of weeks. Yeah, like I said, Wu-Tang, Nas, and De La Soul.
Where they gonna be at? Riverbend or
no? Columbus.
Oh, that's right. You did say Columbus.
Yeah, I don't think they're doing any. I don't think they're coming to Cincinnati at all, which is unfortunate. I think they would do great at Riverbend.
Oh yeah, they will blow that out.
Right.
So yeah.
Man, why everybody trying to pass on Drake? I ain't trying to pass on Drake.
I mean, so this is my whole opinion on Drake. Drake is an icon on his own.
Right. Probably one of the single greatest like solo runs we'll ever see
from an actor besides Tupac.
Well, I mean, Tupac was a rapper first, whereas opposed Drake did the grass side, and then he
went.
Then he went into rap. Yeah. But even still, I still consider that he's having one of the greatest solo runs ever. I mean, I know people, Ghost Riders, and I'm like, look, and here's the thing: regardless of whether he has a ghost writer or not, or a team of writers, he still has to get into the studio and perform the music. He still has to get on stage and perform the music. So, I mean, yeah, does he lose some credibility in that sense to where he may not be writing all of his own songs? Yeah, sure, but I mean, now I'm just saying, name me 5 rappers that like didn't have like maybe a writer that, like, hey, let's put this lyric in, take this out, etc., etc.
It was always somebody in their corner that.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. So in that aspect, everybody has ghostwriters. I don't care what you say. I mean, if you want to be like a purist about it in that sense, that's fine. I'm not gonna knock you for it. That's just not a hill that I'm gonna die on. So
I was just gonna say, like, I don't know if I when I like my taste pause for Drake has like gone away. It was just like, I think
he's too pop now.
Yeah, I think that's what it is, because it's like I love like the So Far Gone, the Thank Me Later, or was it
Yeah, it was Thank Me Later.
Thank Me Later, So Far Gone.
I still think Take Care is like his best album.
Take Care. And I think after that, when he got to
Nothing Was the Same.
Nothing Was the Same, and everything else.
Yeah.
Just kind of like, because I think that's when he started. I think that's when he started to kind of like adapt to, I guess, what the younger crowd is doing.
Right.
And I'm like, something about that just doesn't rub me the right way.
I got you.
I mean, I don't mind the whole, concept of touching the younger generation.
Yeah, because
like,
that's where you need to stay relevant.
To stay relevant, yeah. It's just, you can't just adapt to you can't just take what they're doing and try to make it seem like that's your own thing. Mm-hmm. I remember it was a video a long time ago where he was on Hot 97 just giving bars, like bars.
Right.
And I feel like now it's like he's trying to.
So you think he's doing too much singing now, or not enough rapping, or just has too much of a pop sound in general?
Too much of a pop sound. He just did a techno.
Yeah, that honestly, never mind.
Yeah, no, I don't like that.
I mean, I kind of equated that to when you remember when Lil Wayne did his rock album.
Yeah.
Or when Snoop did his reggae album. They're just trying to trying to change the formula up, get a little more crossover, get a little bit more money. I mean, nothing wrong with that.
Got enough money. No.
Right.
All right, so
What you got?
The thing I was trying to say with the Eminem thing, to tie in all of the
tie it
reaching
all
back,
up.
tie it all up. Him and Melly Mel was going back and forth.
Yeah, I heard about that. Then Melly Mel, then just for Melly Mel to turn around and delete the diss track and apologize.
He deleted it?
Yeah, he deleted it. He had deleted it and then he apologized.
What did he say specifically?
I didn't listen to it because like he only had it out for like a day or two.
I think I got it on my Facebook.
And then he deleted it. And the thing that kills me about the Melly Mel thing is, so like when like these magazines and blogs like XXL and all that, when they do all these lists of top 30 or 40 rappers, there's a lot of politics and favoritism, this, that, and the other that's involved. Mm-hmm. So why would you let that get you upset at Eminem and you go after him and not go after the magazine? I don't get that. And you know how vicious Eminem can be in his diss. I mean, hell, look what he did to MGK. MGK, he ain't been right ever since. He changed his whole wardrobe.
To rock and roll.
Yeah, he got out the rap game and totally. Now he rock and roll. He dating Megan Fox, wearing all this weird stuff, and he changed that whole boy's life. Like, I would never want to battle Eminem. Like, even if I was J. Cole level rapper, I think even J. Cole said he would never want to battle Eminem. So why would Melly Mel? Come on, man.
And the thing also with Eminem, how I was saying that Eminem was like, how I said that Benzino said that he was just he had white privilege.
Yeah.
I feel like if he had white privilege, he would not make any nods to like any hip hop from the past. You know what I'm saying? Like he would. So for Eminem, he made a nod. He did Rap God.
Right.
And he made that nod to JJ Fad.
Right.
Nobody ever does that in hip hop. Nobody in the younger generation, unless you grew up with it. That's the thing. Eminem is like the only white rapper that grew up with it and like was such a fan with it. He loved LL Cool J, JJ Fad, all of them.
I'll say this: if Eminem had white privilege in hip hop, he wouldn't have stirred up as much controversy he did with his first 2 albums. They tried to take him off the air.
What did he say on his first 2 albums?
You remember his, like I said, when you're talking about, killing his mom and killing his ex-wife, and remember he did that one song on the Slim or the Marshall Mathers LP where he made a whole song that was just nothing about killing Kim and stuffing her in the trunk and
Stan was like him.
Well, yeah, Stan, with the obsessed fan that committed suicide with his girlfriend. Remember they wanted Eminem like gone like after that, like he was, you know what I'm saying? They wanted that boy off the air.
Yeah.
They want him to have no career after that. So
he was a menace.
Yeah, like he was getting like to me, he was getting the level of hate that NWA was getting when they came out with Straight Outta Compton. Like I would probably compare it to that.
Yeah.
So
I can see that.
Yeah, they was on that boy's head. And then all that, remember he was dissing Britney Spears too, and
Christina Aguilera.
Yeah,
Sing.
And all the boy bands he was dissing ICP, but
that beef.
Yeah, so but still, just Britney Spears alone, like you talking about Britney Spears, like you just dissing like white America in general, like she was like they're a queen at the time.
That was the pop princess.
Yeah, like pop princess, man. That was the pop goddess back then, boy. I was so happy when they finally stopped playing "Oops, I Did It Again" on the radio, because that song and that video got so much play.
That was like 98 maybe.
Yeah, because I was in junior high and like you couldn't you couldn't even watch an episode of Power Rangers without seeing that.
I remember when that era when that was out. Like, I don't remember it vividly, but
right? Yeah,
I remember
because you was
3 years old.
Right, but I would like I said I was in middle school. Like, man, like this show might get canceled now just because of what we're saying now about Britney. So, hey,
I love y'all.
I'm just saying, boy. Once you get it uploaded, then I'll post it on my page and
ban.
Yeah, right. 36 months in Facebook. You forget 30 days in Facebook. 6
Facebook.
months.
That's when I'm gonna probably just reboot everything.
Yeah, I'll probably have to start a new page at that point. Start all over.
All right, let me just play this song real quick.
Okay. Or you could just play Pound Town. I mean,
man, don't even get me started on that, bro. What happened to women actually having bars? I know we got Nicki, we got Megan, Rhapsody. Exactly. Rhapsody.
Right.
She is probably like the only one that's bringing bars and not even like sex appeal.
But that's the thing though. She not getting play like.
Exactly, and that's the problem. I want to go to where I want this whole rap game to go to a point where
I was gonna say you mentioned Nicki. I mean, Nicki induces a healthy amount of sex into she. I mean, she don't get me wrong. She's got bars, but I mean,
it's sex now,
right?
Well, it's always been sex, and I think Lil' Kim, she was the start of that.
So I will say this. I'm glad you brought that up. What I don't understand about today is, people, kind of like thumb their noses at like Suki Hana and Sexy Red and even Cardi B. But I guess I look at it as being like me being an old head now, to some people. There's always been female rappers that have had sex appeal, like you mentioned Lil' Kim. Adina Howard.
Was she a rapper or R&B singer?
She's a rapper.
I didn't know she was a rapper. I thought she was an R&B singer.
Dina Howard. I mean, she did a little bit of both, but she was more of a rapper. She did the song "Freak Like Me."
Exactly.
Yeah.
I thought that was just an R&B song that she did.
No,
I've never heard her actually like spit a 16.
I mean, if you go back and like listen to that song, the album, it's more of a rap. To me, it's more of a rap vibe. I mean, she's not singing, she's spitting bars. But even still, like I said, Lil Kim with Dina Howard. I mean, Eve, Trina, Foxy Brown. I mean, they had bars, but I just find it funny that all of a sudden, like it's like sexy female rappers didn't start until this era. I mean, maybe they're a little bit more explicit, but we've always had a fair amount of both lyrical and sexual female rappers. I mean, yeah. I mean, like I said, don't get me wrong. Yeah. Like Pound Town 2 are probably a little bit more, probably a little bit more explicit than rap songs from the '90s. But I mean, even still, like, you know, Uncle 2 Live Crew. I mean, that's the thing. Like, what the female rappers are doing today are, to me, are no worse and no explicit than what guys like 2 Live Crew were doing in the 80s and 90s. To me, I mean, that's just how I look at it. So I'm not sure what the uproar and the outrage is all of a sudden. But go ahead. No, I was gonna say I digress. I was gonna say go ahead and play the song.
So I found this guy, Kento, I think.
Kento?
Yeah. The song is called Wallets and Pockets.
Wallets and Pockets?
Wallets and Pockets.
Okay. So he about getting that bag now.
Maybe.
Okay.
See.
Everybody hands lift up. We understand underhand pictures. Listen, wallets, pockets, open them bitches. Wallets, pockets, open them bitches. A bit of an awkward life I live with plenty of fight to give. I swear all the sentiment settle, I'm tripping off having a sprite to dig. The business a buffet, niggas greedy, they big and they just say. Telling stories of glorious holiness, licking their fingers and reaching for your plate. Niggas biting, put all the thieving and writing. Dribble your demons and nibble a piece of the listen, the shit is enticing. Cover the teeth and the lies, as soon as he dry, it's easy to ice him. They better reach for the sky, I'm hoping a nigga be ready to try it. Violence, how many wallets? Pockets, open them bitches. Wallets, pockets, open them bitches. Wallets, pockets, open them bitches. Wallets, pockets, open them bitches. A stick up, everybody hands lift up. We understand underhand pictures. Listen, wallets, pockets, open them bitches. Wallets, pockets, open them bitches.
I'm sold already.
Right?
I'm sold. You said his name is Kento?
A Kentoy, AKINTOY.
Send me the link so I can look him up on YouTube. Where's he from? Sound like he got a little bit of an accent.
I don't know. I just saw. I see he's on TikTok.
Okay.
So I'm like, it's a lot of artists that are on TikTok just promoting their own stuff, and they be actually good. It's not even like, you know, like hype about it. It's like legit bars and everything.
Well, I was gonna say I think that's kind of the main thing now is you go on TikTok and cause you know SoundCloud and all that stuff that went by the wayside. Yeah, I mean TikTok is probably the easiest way to
Find good stuff.
Get noticed and go viral now and blow up without having to sign a record deal.
Do you think now within this whole era of music that it's probably best that you go independent, or would you still want to sign with somebody?
I think it depends on what you want. Like, what's more important to you, the money or the creative freedom?
Yeah.
I just think it just depends on what you want.
Okay. I agree.
Yeah, because you know some guys may want that, you know, that chain and grill in the house, you know, like right away.
Yeah.
Whereas opposed some guys don't mind, you know, that gritty streetwise look, you know, where, you know, I'm.
What you mean, like Kendrick? Not Kendrick, but J. Cole, like.
Well, J. Cole, I mean, yeah, he had it, but he also like, he had like, the fade and the grill and all that first,
Right.
and then he, went more
Realize that it's the power of the word, not
right,
the money.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
But I mean, but I still consider Kendrick a kind of a keep his nose to the grindstone.
Oh yeah,
kinda
for
guy.
sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I mean, I don't see that dude brag about no wealth at all or flashy. I mean, same thing with Jay-Z. Like he went from, like I said with J. Cole, he went from big pimping to now his dreads are like down to here, and you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. He got the money. He has the money to
He
do that.
Yeah, that's the thing. He has the money now to.
He don't got to impress nobody else except himself.
No, his days of impressing our people are over.
Not impressing.
Oh, and impressing, I meant to say.
Oh, impressing.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm like, what? Wait a minute.
Yeah.
So you said you already seen. So I'm not even gonna play the trailer. For One Love, the Bob Marley.
And which is funny because like usually because I follow a lot of movie web pages and like I didn't see no type of announcement about a Bob Marley movie was being worked on, which is kind of a surprise for me because sometimes, and that's the other thing I get jaded to now is like there's no surprises anymore as far as just anything in the entertainment world. So when I watched it, I'm like, damn, they made a Bob Marley movie, like you know what I'm saying? I'll see that open night, but yeah, I did see a trailer for that and Saw X because like we were talking about before we started recording.
Yeah.
They cram in every movie trailer now before the movie. And I mean, they've always did like, 15, 20 minutes of previews. But now it's just like...
Here's all the movies.
Yeah, here's everything. Like I said, you go see a comedy movie, you'll get comedy trailers. Now is, you got the comic book trailer, the comedy trailer, and just a bunch of stuff that's not comedy. Something wrong?
No, yeah, the battery.
It just died. Oh shit! Changing batteries while recording. That's what happens when you.
What?
I mean, I'm just saying that's what happens when you don't go with the script. Just go with the flow. I dig it.
So yeah, so with that Bob Marley movie,
Like I said, I'm definitely gonna see that opening night.
I will definitely see that as well. It was like
I just hope it actually does semi well because I wanted to see that George Foreman movie,
I did too. Yeah.
which
yeah.
and that was the thing. Like it had so much competition. I think it was literally in theaters for like a week and then it was gone. So I
think
gotta
that was
try
like
to.
a bad time for that movie specifically. Yeah.
Well, and that's the thing. Like, there's really no good time now because like Hollywood is still more or less trying to catch up from COVID.
Yeah.
So, and then like now it's just like just so much is coming out like every weekend now. Because I still got to see that Ninja Turtles, the Mutant Mayhem. Still got to see that.
That got Ice Cube in. I think I'll probably see that.
It's got a big ass guy.
John Cena.
Yeah, I
Cube.
think. As a matter of fact, I think Jackie Chan voices Splinter, if I'm not mistaken.
Wow.
Seth Rogen, I think, has a voice in it. I still need to see the Last Voyage of the Demeter.
What's that?
The Dracula one.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Right.
They got old boy that played Dr. Dre in Straight Outta Compton.
Right.
Yeah. You said you watched Oppenheimer, right?
I didn't watch it, but I was just using that as an example as far as like a recent movie that came out that's, like as far as like that length.
Okay.
But no, I haven't seen it yet. But I'm just saying, like, yeah, like movies like Oppenheimer and Avatar, it's just easy for me to watch them at a theater as opposed to at home.
Yeah.
But no, I haven't watched Oppenheimer yet.
I haven't seen Oppenheimer, and I didn't see Barbie either. Like I was going to actually see Barbie.
Well, I was just gonna say, were you planning on seeing Barbie? No, I wasn't either. I mean,
I think I probably, if my little sister probably wanted to go see, I'll probably see with her.
To me, that's one of those movies to where like your girlfriend has to drag you to go see it with her, and then then she kind of has to pay you back by you dragging her to watch something that you want to see, but she don't want to for real. To me, that's Barbie for me.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm glad it's doing well though.
Yeah.
Just because there needs to be more movies with female directors that do well and female-led movies, and just movies in general that are more geared towards women, because men act like we don't have enough as it is and we need more and da da da.
I told you that I went to the Sundance Film Festival, right?
Yes, you did.
So I went, and that was a dope experience, honestly. Like,
how did you get on that, by the way?
So I already explained this to everybody on the podcast last week.
Okay.
But I'm just going to re-explain it to whoever didn't watch that one.
Okay.
So, my godmother, right? Mm-hmm. A while back, maybe 2011, 2012, she signed me up for this film program in New York. I was staying out there with her during like 2 summers.
Okay.
And I met this guy named Richard Meminger.
Okay.
Who is like another big brother of mine.
Okay.
On like the film side. He's like one of my big homies that I look up to when I'm writing, shooting something. I come to him for like, either not mental notes, but like, hey, I need help with this. How do I do this? He'll probably pass some knowledge off to me, how he did it or whatever else. And so he told me, he last year, around December, maybe, he came to me and was like, hey, I'm doing something. I'm not going to be able to make it to the Sundance Film Festival where I'm normally at.
And you went in his place?
And I went in his place pretty much. And I thank him for that every day. Because that was the dopest thing to see as a filmmaker. Mm-hmm. Just to see being able to be around that whole like film festival. I didn't really get to see a whole bunch of movies. I know I've seen like 3 of them that we were able to see as employees. I saw One in a Million. I saw One in a Million. It was Theater Camp, and then it was one called Rye Lane.
Okay.
Rye Lane was like a British, UK. It was a movie that took place in the UK.
Okay.
Are you into like romantic films? Would you watch it?
Yeah, I mean, I'm just very picky about them.
I mean, it's not like the Notebook or anything like that.
Okay.
But it is like, it's a romantic film that has waves of comedy within it.
Okay.
So you might like it.
I mean, I probably like rom-coms too much for a
guy.
dude. Yeah, shout out to all the toxic males out there. But I like so I will just say, I don't know if you've ever seen it, but Fools Rush In. It's got Salma Hayek and Matthew Perry in it. That's probably one of my favorite rom-coms of all time. I know I'm probably gonna get flack for this. I do still need to see Crazy Rich Asians, which is a rom-com. So.
I saw it. It was cool, but I wouldn't say it was my favorite one.
Okay.
I think my mom saw it. She probably likes it more than I do.
Okay.
Yeah.
Also, too, I know we're backtracking a little bit. We're still talking about movies and shit, but like when we were talking about the streaming wars. Yeah. So again, I do conventions and get to meet a lot of people. Yeah. So I actually had this conversation back with Michael Bean back in 2018, 2019. The guy that played Kyle Reese in Terminator. He was Corporal Hicks in Aliens. That was a big conversation me and him had, was not just the price, but it's almost impossible to watch everything considering what's out there. Because like I said, you've got Netflix, you've got apparently, like I said, you got like
all
you've you got like we'll just say 10 different choices in between that. YouTube Premium, YouTube has their own shows now. Like, used to be back in the day, you're at the water cooler at work. Somebody but hey, did you see, Simpsons last night? And everybody saw Simpsons.
Yeah.
But now it's like, hey, did you see this show on Hulu? Oh, did you see this movie on Paramount? Like, it's just like if you don't have like a work from home type of job, like there's just literally no way you can keep track of everything. Yeah. And now they're all cracking down on password sharing, so
which sucks because like not everybody has the money to.
No, not the money, the time, or
they might just want to catch that one show and then
right. And I'm not trying to pay
$9.99, $10.99.
Yeah, just for one 12 episode show, or especially in Netflix's case where they, damn man, that's just like how or Netflix, they'll do something for 3 seasons, and then they'll cancel it.
So on the whole Netflix thing, so I'm not sure if you watched this show called The Get Down.
No, I haven't.
So I think you will like it because you are a hip hop fan just like me. Mm-hmm. So this it's fiction, but it's around actual hip hop artists back in the day.
Okay.
So like from the birth of hip hop. So not Melly Mel. Well, yeah, Melly Mel. What is his name? Flash.
Grandmaster Flash,
Melly Mel, Africa Bambaataa, people like that.
Yeah, he's canceled, bro. You can't mention him.
Ooh,
Africa Bambaataa.
Okay, I think I know what you're talking about.
I was just going to say you making that look, and I'm like, you're not hip.
I think I know what you're talking about. I don't want to talk about it specifically, so we'll talk about it off.
Yeah, we'll talk about it off camera.
It's just like certain shows. I think with Netflix, Netflix and certain streaming services. So, the Get Down that was canceled, but it had so much room to expand.
Okay.
I think. And then also, what was the one with your boy from Creed?
Michael B. Jordan?
Jonathan Majors.
Okay.
What was that show called that he had on HBO?
Lovecraft Country.
Yes. So with that, I understand like the way it ended. I wasn't sure what they were going to do for the next season. I know that they were setting up for another season for that show, but I feel like I know why they canceled it because I was thinking like he was going to die. Either he was going to die or.
But even still, like, how do you have a hit show? Everybody loved it. Everybody was watching it,
and it was like a war. They
won all these. They won all these awards, and HBO was just like, nope,
cancel it.
Yeah, we're done.
Yeah, so that was like one of the bigger upsets that I've seen. Those 2 shows. I feel like with the Get Down, they explained, the spark of hip hop and how it came to be, the difference between, what the Get Down was and everything like that.
Yeah.
And it showed everybody, African Bambaataa.
Don't bring that name up again. There you go. See, African Bambaataa is in the same box as R. Kelly right now.
R. Kelly now.
Yeah, so. You gotta be careful. Like if you have a show that you want to keep, you gotta
be careful what I say.
Be careful, or blurt their names out in post production or something
the 70s rappers.
Yeah.
70s.
Yeah. Well, you are just describing remember that one rapper that had all the Africa themed clothing with the pendant. That guy, but you can't say his name. You gotta just describe him. Same thing with R. Kelly. Remember the one dude?
I believe I can fly.
Yeah, you remember the I believe I can fly guy? That guy.
Mr. Captain in the closet himself.
Yeah, and just let people figure it out. can't mention like at the point them two. You remember like Lord Voldemort and Harry Potter when they were like before he showed back up. Remember they kept saying he who shall not be named. Like you got to
do that now.
Yeah, like you got to treat them on that level.
Okay,
that's where they're at.
So with the get down, I think they could have kept on going with the whole hip hop thing.
Okay.
That was the 70s. That was the spark of it, and then the 80s, Curtis Blow, and so each era. So it's like.
So is there like a season for each era?
So no, that's what they could have did though. That's the thing. It's like.
How many episodes is it?
It's I want to say 5 for season 1, and then I think 3 more for season 2. It's like part 1 and part 2.
Okay.
It's kind of how they did the Stranger Things.
Okay.
It's kind of like that.
Okay.
But I'm like, it's so much. They could have added so much more. I understand the way the story, the actual story was going. They probably couldn't do anything with those actors or with those characters that they introduced us to, but they could have did something else. Either he goes off to college and then that's a whole nother era that he can probably be introduced to.
Okay.
So I don't know. I think I'm gonna just probably have to write it myself and see what happens.
Why not?
I'm already writing one. I'm writing a full-length movie now.
Okay. That's what's up.
Yeah, I'll explain it to you off air.
Yeah, you don't want to give it away on here, yeah.
I talked to the author and everything, and hopefully by the time I'm finished with this, he'll still want to do it.
Okay.
It's like a music base. It's not necessarily music based, but it's around music specifically.
Are you trying to? Excuse me. See, that's why I drank that Red Bull.
I'm about to did you yawn and burp at the same time?
No, I didn't burp, but I was gonna say, are you trying to make it like big budget, or are you trying to put it on like Tubi or like?
That's the thing. That's the other thing I was going to talk about.
Okay.
Tubi. How do you feel about Tubi?
I mean, from what I've seen, it has like some of like the most god awful low budget movies I think I've ever seen. Like you got people like holding like baby dolls, and like you can tell like they're faking the movie, but nah, like and then like the one dude that played Biggie in the movie, like he seems to be in like a ton of Tubi movies.
I think he's a C-lister because I'm not sure if he's not even in A.
Well, I would say I think the only noteworthy thing he did was when he played Biggie in Notorious, and then he's just been
He was Biggie in All Eyes on Me too.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, I forgot about.
He was in.
See, and that movie was so bad. Like I tried to forget. Well, I was so disappointed how they did Pac like that.
Yeah, I think when I first watched it, I was hyped because it was a Tupac movie.
Right.
But then, like the more I watched it after, it just got worse.
Yeah.
Like the longer you looked at it, the worse it got.
Well, not even that, but like they had they had events switched around. They had somebody in using an iPhone. This supposed to be It's supposed to be 1996. Like come on, man. Like it was just weird, and it was just like some weird editing. Like
I think it was just like little details that I probably would have caught. I caught because I'm a filmmaker,
right?
And like certain details catches the eye of a filmmaker versus a regular.
I tore our movie apart because, like I said, because Pac is that's my guy. So I'm like, this is wrong, or they could have did that better. Like I was just critiquing it from beginning to end. Like I desperately had hopes that it was going to be on the level of the Straight Outta Compton movie.
I want them to have
quality.
a movie for him, yeah, that kind of movie for him. But I think that one specifically was like underneath.
And you know what's so crazy? Like with Straight Outta Compton doing as well as it did, like I almost thought that like it was going to be like a surefire thing that they were going to get more high quality hip hop films, like probably a biopic about Public Enemy and
2 Live Crew.
That
would be crazy.
If they did 2 Live Crew, that had to be NC-17 like that.
I mean, I think Straight Outta Compton could have been like that too. At certain
If they probably had cut certain things out, like Dr. Dre beating up D Barnes and all that. Yeah, but yeah,
Why do you think that wasn't included in there?
because he was involved in the making of it.
That's what I was saying.
I thought if I'm not mistaken, Dr. Dre was an executive producer, so of course,
Cut everything out that.
yeah, like you wouldn't have put it in there. That'd be like if OJ made his own biopic. Like he's gonna be like, well, of course I didn't kill Nicole and Ron. I was nowhere near there. Like he gonna make sure that's sanitized. Like
Yeah.
or that'd be like if Derek Chauvin made his own biopic. Like, y'all got the
Who was that?
dude that had his knee on George Floyd's.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
why I say, like, if you allow him to make his own movie about himself, wherever it's on some BS on Lifetime, the Lifetime movie, like, he's gonna paint it like a totally different way than what we all saw in the video. So, but to go back, Sundance, you say you were there for 3 days.
Actually, I wasn't even there for 3 days. I was there for legit like 2 weeks.
Okay,
So I was
that's even better.
I was living there
You
low
was living
key.
the dream now.
Not necessarily because it's cold out there. Like
What
Utah,
time of year was it when you go out there?
It was January, and
Oh
so
yeah.
Utah already is like cold.
You got the real winter out there, boy. You was out there in like feet of snow.
Literally, and so they gave us some knitted, little knitted hats and our own like bubble coat and everything. So I already had a bubble coat, but I just kept it in the closet and, as a keepsake or whatever.
If you could, I'm sure you probably would, but if the opportunity ever presented, so would you do the cons?
Work in it or just go?
Either or.
Yeah, I would. I don't know about maybe. I don't know. It depends on what I'm doing working there, but I would probably go if you had like an extra ticket or something, and you asked me if I wanted to go, I'll go with you. Yeah. Especially, I would try to do like the podcast, maybe depending on what podcast it is. If I'm at like Comic-Con or something like that, like one of the bigger ones, I'll probably try to bring the podcast and try to get some interviews.
Are you still thinking about doing an episode at a convention?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll do that, and also if I could do something like for my podcast at Sundance, I would do that too. But the way that they put everything out, like if you're working behind the scenes, you cannot like do anything like I guess say anything like bad about the movie, something like that.
Right.
I forget what they said.
I would think that'd be a given more or less.
Yeah.
So, the Cincinnati Comic Expo is coming up. Have you thought about applying for a press pass for that, or nah?
Honestly, I haven't.
Okay.
Because of like just how my work schedule is and everything like that. But if I somehow get some time to myself, I probably would. What day is that?
I mean, it's coming up soon. It's next month. It's real quick 'cause I think I already got that weekend off. I think. Yeah, September 22nd to the 24th.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll think about it because I'm like,
I mean,
right now I'm just trying to stack my money, bro.
Well, I want to say that one. Another big one that's close. That's in Ohio. It's GalaxyCon, and that's in Columbus, and that's the very first weekend of December, the first, second, and third. So.
Okay.
So yeah. So if you don't get enough time to do the try to press pass for the Comic Expo, I definitely would say try to press pass for GalaxyCon. I mean, they got a good ass lineup too. I mean, they got the girl that played Matilda. She's gonna be there. They got a nice little Star Trek reunion going.
You be getting all the good pictures too.
I mean, I try.
He taking pictures with Candyman. He got pictures with Freddy Krueger.
I do. I have several pictures with Freddy Krueger now. I mean, a lot of those guys aren't getting any younger, you know, and I hate to say it, but we were at me and a couple of guys were talking this the other day, like, you almost have to play it like a Deadpool, kind of, where you like gotta meet the people where you like, well, like this person, you know, may die, you know, and you never get to meet him again, or because that's usually been the thing. Like, usually somebody will die like right before a convention, or they'll be there and then like they'll die like yeah, like I'll give you an example, because you remember when I met China.
Yeah.
And like she literally died like a month after I met her at a horror hound, like literally a month. Like, so the horror hound was in March.
Yeah.
And then like literally she died like in the second week of like April or something like that. And I'm like, man, like just imagine if I had said, oh, I'll just get her next time. Like I would have been screwed.
Psych.
Yeah, like
I
would have been screwed. And that's happened to me a few times where there'd be people who are like, oh, I'll just get him next time, and
never come.
Yeah, another good example was Pee Wee Herman. He was supposed to do a convention back in 2019, right before the pandemic happened. And then, of course, everything was shut down for 2 years. And then he did a couple other places. And then the Horror Hound was never able to get an opportunity to rebook him. And now he's gone.
Yeah.
So yeah, man, I try to get in while the getting's good.
Are you a fan of Saw? Like the whole Saw series?
The movies?
Yeah.
Oh, I love Saw. I love it. That's actually probably one of my favorite like modern horror franchises. But I love Saw. I've met Tobin Bell a couple times, and
Johnny.
Say again now.
Did you meet Shawnee?
Shawnee Smith?
Yeah.
Yeah, I met her. I met her. I met Dina Meyer, the one that has her rib cage ripped open. Yeah, I met her. I met Costas Mandalore, if I may pronounce the last name, but he's one that played Detective Hoffman. Okay. I met him, and actually I met the.
You met the black dude, didn't you?
I wish. Not yet, but I wish. And then I met. I can't remember his name. I think the one cop that finds out that Hoffman is Jigsaw's apprentice, and he gets squished to death in between the walls and So I met him, and Sean Patrick Flannery, the one that's in Saw 3D, where he lied about being in one of Jigsaw's trap, and then they.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So I've met all of them from the Saw movies.
You ain't meet
Carrie Ells, dude that played Lawrence Gordon.
Yeah.
He was at the expo here, but I think the year he was here, my dad had hernia surgery, so I couldn't go. Cause I think that was the same show. I missed him. I missed Peter Mayhew, who played Chewbacca, and obviously he's gone now. And I missed Stan Lee, who also is who's also in Lawrence. So yeah,
everybody just died, man.
Yeah. So I took my fair share of L's as far as meeting people.
So how do you feel that you said you saw the trailer, right?
Yeah.
How do you feel about that? Because I'm like, it's not a new one, but it's like within the whole like lineup of movies.
I think so. Obviously, Spiral didn't do as well as they thought it would.
I enjoyed it because
I liked it. It was just people they want
the original.
They want Tobin, and I mean obviously. Can't bring the character back at this point. I mean, he got killed off in part 3, and everything after that was flashback scenes. But that story got wrapped up in Saw 3D. So I mean, you can't come up with any more flashbacks for John Kramer. Um, I mean, it'll be interesting. I think one thing is, as far as continuity is, it's kind of one of those things to where, um, and that's kind of the thing with prequels, especially when you try to force them into the timeline, because up until this point, nobody's ever mentioned a Jigsaw game in Mexico. Because if you remember, if you watched the trailer, he went to Mexico
for the surgery.
Yeah, for the surgery, and they lied about it.
Yeah.
I mean, so I would assume that that game and that movie takes place in somewhere in Mexico if he doesn't, like, I don't know, fall them back to the States or something. But that's just going to be the only thing that'll make it come off as ham-fisted is, you know, because if you remember, as the other movies went on, they put all these other like Jigsaw games and victims on the board. Yeah. None of these people were mentioned.
Was there? Yeah.
Yeah. None of these people were mentioned at any point. Even when they went back and looked over the old cases in Spiral.
Yeah.
When they were all like, "Well, this gotta be a Jigsaw copycat." So, I mean, I'm still going to enjoy it for what it is.
Yeah.
But it's just going to be how they play it off within the larger narrative. So, especially with them bringing
Shawnee back.
Amanda. So it's kind of like, where's because if you remember too, he had that other apprentice that nobody else knew about. And that was the other thing too, because if you remember the one movie, Jigsaw. Remember, he had that one apprentice that nobody knew about that went off to go fight in Iraq. You remember he was never mentioned in any of the other movies.
I think they're just trying to like throw stuff on the wall now and just try to see if it sticks.
Right.
And that's kind of what I don't like. But
like I said, I think they were just kind of like, well, the fans want Tobin. This is the only option we got is make this to, bring him back and like make a. To surefire make, a ton of money like the other movies did. So let's just
make this money.
Yeah, let's just figure it out. So, but I would much rather them continue with Spiral because obviously.
That's what I was just about to say. I'm like, on the Spiral end of it, I would love to see like what will happen. What's going to happen after that?
Yeah, because he got away.
Exactly.
Right.
He'll be the next Jigsaw, if anything.
Right. They got options to keep that going. Because obviously he has beef with police. So you're never gonna run out of cops for him to go after, right?
Yeah. All right, you guys. Hope you enjoyed this hour and a half of us just.
Has it been an hour and a half already?
Yeah.
Man, we've been chopping it up. I can go in there a half an hour. It's up to you. I'm down to chat about whatever. We've been chopping it up. Hopefully, it won't be another year before we get to do another one.
Plug your socials real quick.
Plug my socials. Yeah. Damn, I was gonna say everybody. I'm gonna post this on them, so everybody that knows me should be watching. But so obviously. On Facebook, my real name, Marcus Toran. Spelled Toran for people that don't know.
The U.
And then of course my Snapchat Mechanism86, my Instagram Mechanism86. And I'm not even gonna bother saying X because that sounds too pornographic. My Twitter at Mechanism86. All that stuff is Mechanism86. Yeah, like I said, I'm old here. I'm just gonna call it Twitter. Yeah. Like on shit. Come to America. Your mama named you Twitter. I'm gonna call you Twitter. Yeah. We going with that. Yeah. We not going with this Elon Musk crap. X.
Why did he call it X?
He's a dumbass. We'll just say that he's a dumbass. Yeah, it's like, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. It's just one of those examples. A billionaire just having too much money. Oh, I got the money to
change it.
Yeah, change it. Come up with all these new copyrights. So, whatever. X.
All right, you guys, follow me on Mind of a Black Creator on Instagram. My Snapchat is Icon of Mine. Oh no, not it's Icon General.
You changed the name of your Snapchat?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then Icon of Mine Media on the film Instagram.
Yeah, because you got 2 Instagrams.
I got 3.
3.
I got 3 Instagrams.
Damn.
My personal one, and then I got the podcast Instagram, Mind of Filmmaker podcast, and then I got Icon of My Media, which is the main one that I use the most.
Yeah, right.
From the film side, and then I have Icon of Mine Studio Cincy, which was another version of the film Instagram, but either one. Follow me on both of them.
One last quick question for you. So Black Film Reunion just passed.
Right.
What do you think about doing an episode of this down there? Like a
Still
lot,
going?
huh?
It's still going, right?
No. But I'm just saying,
way.
like a live recording at the Black Film Reunion.
It depends on where I'm going to be shooting at, because I'm not going to probably be able to do it like this specifically.
Well, like you mean like with this setup?
Like with like no type of sound, no. I guess that's the dope part about it, just being out amongst everybody.
I should say maybe doing like you don't do vlogs too often, do you?
I kind of want to get into doing like vlogs.
Well, I guess that's probably I should have presented the question. What do you think about doing an Iconic Minds vlog and stuff like the Black Film Reunion?
I'll do that.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah. Because vlogs are blowing up now too.
Yeah.
Just like this one wrestler that I follow that I actually met at the convention this past weekend, Sammy Guevara. He did a vlog at his table Saturday of the convention. I mean, like I said, they vlogs are blowing up, and I think that I think you'd be good doing that too as well on top of doing this.
I would love to just do like the podcast and vlogging and just shooting stuff.
Right.
Some way I gotta like make some money off of this.
Right.
Try to make some money at least. All right, you guys. Talk to you guys later. Peace.
Peace out.